Hello, my name is James Stewart. I'm with the Education Department at the Aquarium of the Pacific down here in Long Beach, California. We're on board our boat today with Harbor Breeze Cruises. We're going to take you on an urban ocean cruise. The urban ocean is the space right next to our coastline here that we use for so many things. For commerce, for recreation, for all sorts of businesses, including Harbor Breeze Cruises and the aquarium. We're right along the waterfront. Well, we're going to talk about the history of the waterfront, how we operate in the urban ocean, and the life that lives here normally, and all the repairs that have been done to help make sure that we're using this space, what we call the urban ocean, in a responsible and healthy way. We are right under one of the cranes right now. It just cast a shadow on us, in fact. The cranes, when the boom is fully raised, can be 15, 20 stories tall or more, depending on the size of the crane. Now, these cranes, I believe, are about 20 to 25 stories tall, fully raised, and the crane operator may be up to 15 stories above ground as they operate these large machines. As shipping becomes more important and as more goods are needed to move across the ocean, ships are getting larger too. So larger ships are being developed, sometimes able to carry 17, 19, 22,000 different containers. And for that, we're going to need bigger crane arms. So as we develop more materials, as we engineer more material for us to handle the port system, the cranes are going to be replaced little by little, and they're not cheap. They might be over $12 million a piece. And like we were talking about earlier, they're not brought in a piece at a time. They're brought in fully intact. Now, I personally have seen cranes being brought into the port before. It was amazing to see cranes sitting on a ship being brought into our port system here. If you're curious how a lift bridge like the Commodore Heim Bridge would work, you see the tall pylons that are in the middle. Those are actually the lifting mechanisms, and that flat section between those would lift straight up, allowing a ship to pass right underneath them. Then after the ship has passed, that middle section will come back down to the locking position so that traffic can drive over it instead of the ships going underneath it. In the urban ocean, recreation is one of the most common things that we would think of as us personally using our urban ocean. And as we look out across the LA port system, there are a lot of recreational boats. One of the largest recreational marinas is in fact in Los Angeles County in Marina del Rey, and the largest in North America at least, has over 5,000 recreational boats in LA County. A typical sight you'll have out in our port system here are the sea lions that jump up onto the buoys. At one point, the sea lions were threatened or endangered. There was a lot of hunting on the local seal and sea lion populations. But the Marine Mammal Protection Act from the 1970s has helped provide protection for them, as well as the Endangered Species Act. And both groups, the California sea lion and the harbor seal, have very successfully recovered and are a very prominent member of our local urban ocean. We are currently near an area called Pier 400 where we can see the harbor seals are hauled out on the rocks. This is a common location for them to do so, and a visitation by us when we go out on our whale watches and potentially other tours. Now, in our urban ocean setting, there's a lot of animals that will inhabit this area we call the kelp forest habitat. But the kelp forest really is a very special habitat. It is not found all over the planet. It is only in a very few select areas of the world with the right water temperatures, the right conditions, with the right nutrient levels. Now, the kelp forest is home to so many species, not only the migratory birds, the marine mammals like the seals and the sea lions and the whales, but also the numerous species of fish that we enjoy getting to observe and also have in our urban ocean setting here. Well, I want to thank you all for joining me on our Urban Ocean Cruise brought to you by the Aquarium of the Pacific and Harbor Breeze Cruises. Over the last couple of hours, we've been able to learn a little bit about and observe a lot about our urban ocean setting. Not only the economic uses, the cargo uses we have for the urban ocean, but how we recreationally use this space and some of the sea life and wildlife that inhabits this area with us too.